I want to be a good dad, though, you know. I don't want to say some of the stuff my parents said to me when I was a kid, because if you're over 30, you know what I'm talking about. Remember some of the stuff your mom and dad would say to you when you were a kid? Remember that? My mom would yell so loud at me, my ears would bleed. Right? Then they say, did you hear me? You were like, dude, Helen Keller heard you. And you thought your mom was senile, too, didn't you? Because 10 times a day your mom says, what did I just say? 8 years old, you're thinking, look, woman, if you don't remember, I'm not telling you. My mom says, do I look like a bank? You know, well, you are a large woman. Oh, they come up with these questions. There's that one question your mom or dad, they'll ask you, but you never answer because they'll smack your face, right? My mom looks at me, she says, do I look stupid? And my sister's in the bedroom, it's a trick question, don't do it! Run! Where's my eye? We got spanked when we were kids. Most of us got spanked, didn't we? Sure, man, you know, we turned out okay, I think. Kids don't get spanked anymore. If you're a kid nowadays, you can commit murder. You know what you get for punishment? Murder. Oh, you're on timeout. Are you familiar with this? Have you heard of timeout? That's ridiculous. In my house, timeout meant how long I was unconscious. That's right. That's what we had. Timeout. We had lights out. That's what we had, lights out. My dad would shove my finger in a light socket. You're grounded. Yes, sir. When it came to punishment, he kept us current, let me tell you. We always got spanked, too, man. Remember how dumb we were? We'd go get them the belt. Wasn't that stupid? Kind of a kid, you know, go get my belt. All right. I'm pushing my sister out of the way. I'm getting the belt. I'm a moron. My dad was crazy with the spankings, though, man. But we got spanked a lot, man. Me, my sisters, we got spanked so much we'd sit around the house singing, "Ain't no whooping like the one I got." Hey. We were the Caucasian Temptations. That's what we were, you know. I got whoopings. And when I was a kid, too, there was always some kid in Kmart getting us a whooping in Kmart. Remember that? That was like a black and blue light special in there, wasn't there? You're walking around, light whippings, aisle 9. My dad did not like me. I'm telling you, though. Like when I was a baby, he got me a rattle. I remember that. It was attached to a snake. I'm telling you, man, my dad did not like me. When I was a kid, too, so I remember some kid at school every day used to tell me, my dad can beat up your dad. I told him, really? What would something like that cost me? Negotiate or something here. Because my dad did not like me, you know. They'd tuck me in bed at night, read me the bus schedules. I think they're trying to get rid of me. You know, for Christmas they bought me luggage, for crying out loud. That can't be good. But one day my dad was backing out of the driveway in his car, too. Ran over my bike. Crunch! And he tells me, oh, sorry, didn't see it. I was riding it. My family is messed up, though, man. My dad used to play a lot of fun games with us, too, like, you know, Guess Who's Adopted? That's right. Who's the foster child? Come on, let's play. I thought I was adopted. I did. I just had to find out. I walked up to my dad. I asked him straight out. I said, Ling Chow? He was all mad. Okay, you go get my belt. Chop, chop, right now. You go get belt. My dad, man. My dad was one of those macho dads, though, very macho. He used to play a lot of, like, macho sports, you know, muy macho sports, man. Like, he'd play, like, he'd throw horseshoes. Very, people say that's not very macho, that horseshoes. Yeah, it is when the horse is still wearing it, let me tell you. You got a ringer, Bob. And this is a true story too. I got one of those dads that the pocket knife fixes everything. You have a dad like that, remember that? Maybe you are a dad. Well, you got the dad that always has that pocket knife, ready for everything, And I mean, he uses it. He wouldn't even go to the doctor. He had a wart on his leg one time, wouldn't go get it removed, used the pocket knife. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. When we found out he had prostate cancer, we hid that knife. Let me tell you. So I don't know. We have any smokers here? Anybody smoke? Yeah, a couple of you. Yeah, smoking's not good. My mom just quit smoking too. I helped her quit. But she didn't, because I gave her them nicotine patches. She didn't like them. She said they were too hard to keep lit. But my mom always got mad at me too. I told her one time. I said, "Put your cigarette out." She's all freaking out. Why? Why should I put it out? I said, "Look, Mom, it stinks. It causes cancer. We're in church." She's like, "If they want me to smoke, why do they have an ashtray here? That's the collection plate, Mom. Give me that." Sorry. Yeah, I just had a weird childhood growing up, man. I had a messed up childhood growing up, I tell you, man. I used to get beat up, too. I remember that, too. I used to get beat up every day by the neighborhood bully. This guy would kick my butt every day, So one day I stood up to the dude. I walked up to him. I said, "Look, Pastor." It was a tough neighborhood, He'd beat me up, take 10% of my lunch money. Oh, good, some church people here. Yay! We know what you're talking about. That's another thing, too, going to church when you're a kid. Who wants to go to church when you're little? My parents drug me to church every Sunday morning. We're there at church one Sunday. There's the preacher. He's up front. "Come on down. Leave your problems at the altar." That's all he kept saying one Sunday. "Come on down. Leave your problems at the altar." So my mom took me by the hand, took me up front, and left me. He's your problem now.